Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I think this is part 5 of the Tuesday travel series. I'm so excited that you're here. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsea. I'm an independent travel consultant from British Columbia, Canada, and I am on a journey to moving to the UK next year or at the end of 2021. As soon as COVID allows. This is a travel series, and if you haven't seen the previous videos, just a rough breakdown. This is sort of just to get the ball rolling to kind of show you where I'm at in my travel journey, just kind of give you a little bit of background information, things like that. And today I think we're going to talk about the experiences that I hope to have while I'm in Europe. Just a quick recap, in case you haven't seen the previous videos. My goal is to set up a home camp in Scotland, in Glasgow in particular. Don't know why, just super drawn to it, always have been. I am going to be in Europe for up to 2 years. I do plan on staying for the 2 years. What else have we covered so far? Why I'm moving to Europe, it's just super easy to get around. The affordability, things like that. You can go check out the travel series. I'll leave a link in the description below to the playlist if you'd like to catch up on those latest videos. So today we're going to talk about what I want to learn, things that I want to experience, just life goals, I guess. So another quick video. I don't think that it's going to take too long to just get through this, but we will talk about it and have a little chat. I think that I tend to go off on little tangents sometimes, so they aren't exactly always on the ball, but I hope that you like sticking around for those anyway, because it's super fun for me to talk about, and I'm just really excited that you're here. So let's get into the video. I do have my notes beside me. Again, if you're new here, I pre-film, so the hair, the clothes, everything is the same pretty much throughout the entire series. It's okay, don't freak out. I'm just pre-filming so that I can get these up for you guys in a consistent timeline and every Tuesday. So let's get into this video. I think I've said that about 3 times now, and I'm super distracted, so we're just gonna start talking about it. So my experiences, things that I hope to learn while I'm in Europe, while I'm in Scotland, while I'm traveling around Europe living out of a backpack. First and foremost, I want to learn how to live my life in a more simple way. I don't want to say minimalistic, because I'm definitely not a minimalist person. I've explained this in several videos before, but I tend to kind of fill up my life with things when I feel like there is a void somewhere in my life, and I just want to learn how to fill up that void with other things, with experience, with food, with people, with, you know, adventures, things like that, instead of materialistic objects. That is the first and foremost thing that I want to learn, just to learn how to live simply out of a backpack. The history and the culture. I do have my notes beside me, so if you see me looking down, that's why. The history and the culture, for sure. I am mostly European, and I have a lot of culture that goes back to Scotland. Glasgow in particular actually is where most of my heritage comes from. I don't know why I feel so drawn to Glasgow or Scotland in particular. It's always just been the country that I imagined I would go to. For like years, that's kind of just where I wanted to be. It just kind of feels like it'll be home to me, and I really love that. I love that feeling, that anticipation about it. I want to learn more about my culture in particular, not just Scotland, but like all of the culture that I have that comes from Europe. I really, really, really want to learn about all of that. I also really want to immerse myself in the local scene. One of my favorite things about traveling is the people and the culture. And it's different everywhere you go. Like even just going to Hawaii, I'm Canadian, but Hawaii is so different from the rest of the United States of America that, you know, you just kind of like immerse yourself in it, and it feels like a totally different country by itself. And I love that. I love that about traveling. I love seeing the new ways of life and the ways that the city moves when it's really quiet at night, and the way that the people are. I love people watching in different countries. I want to learn about local culture, different traditions and things that they do there. Um, Local gems, so hidden little areas that maybe are off the beaten path a little bit, things that are not super touristy. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I am a travel agent and I do want to specialize in Europe at some point, so I think it would be really beneficial to me to know those little hidden gems and know where cruise ships go and all of the touristy things, and just experience some things that are a little bit different so that I have just a little bit more of an insight as to where to go in Europe that makes the experience a little bit more special. Not just for, my clients, but for me too. Like, I want to have those really, really special moments in Europe where people can like listen to your stories and think, wow, like I never would have thought to do that. I never would have thought to, go to this tiny little town in the middle of nowhere, or eat at this, little tiny restaurant where it's almost looks like a dive bar. Like, there's just so many different little things in Europe, especially. Croatia by itself is a hidden gem. Like, it's so underrated there. I ate dinner in Diocletian's palace. Like, I'll insert a picture. It was unreal. It was probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. Europe in general is very, very old. I think everybody knows that, and I love the history. I want to learn more about the history. I want to come back sounding like a textbook of European history. I want to learn so much, and that's another thing about me is I love to learn. I love to immerse myself. I get really, really excited about everything and treat everything like an adventure, and that's what I want to do while I'm over there. I really want to try some new things. Not necessarily scary things. Like, I don't think that I would ever go like skydiving or anything like that, but I want to like push myself out of my comfort zone. Like, traveling solo by myself, by that alone is trying something new, and that's such a huge step for me. I've had so much anxiety about the entire thing in the past because I never wanted to leave my little bubble, and now with COVID forcing us to stay in our little bubble, I kind of feel like I'm ready to break those barriers and really get out there and do more of what scares me. And that's really exciting to me because I'm so excited to grow as a person and learn some new things and get really, really excited about my life and find some new things to be passionate about, and maybe find some new hobbies, things that I don't know that I love to do yet. And that's really exciting to me too. Things that I never would think to try. So that's another major thing on my bucket list. Food. Food is another big one. I love food. Give me all of the carbs. Honestly, when I was in Croatia, all I ate was pasta and all I drank was Coke. Like, it was the best experience. And it tastes so good. It's so different from anything you can get in Canada, anything you can get in North America, really. The food is amazing. I need to try some crazy stuff like haggis, and what else do they have there? Deep fried pizza. Like, even just Scotland by itself is a whole roller coaster. But I'm ready and I'm excited, and I want to go to like Eastern Europe and Iceland and try like their crazy food, and I just want to try new things, I think that those two things go hand in hand. I don't know that there's anything that I would really, really turn my nose up at, unless it was something that would really, really scare me, like skydiving. I probably would not skydive. I probably won't do anything like bungee jumping or anything super like adrenaline like that, but I'll probably try any kind of food at least once. So that's another thing. I love people watching. I love meeting new people. I love making new friends. And I've said this before too. I'm an introvert with a lot of extroverted energy. I'm very electric. I'm very bubbly. I'm very happy and excited all of the time. At the end of the day, I do like to be by myself. That's just how I recharge. But during the day, I'm ready to like go out and meet people and fall in love with people and just have like new adventures with people and connect with people. And I don't think I've ever felt so outgoing in my entire life. I don't know if it's because I've just grown so much as a person in the last few years, or if it's because of the whole COVID thing just making me crave those bonds with people, those connections that I haven't had in a year. But I'm like, I'm ready to like get out there and be like, hey, what's up? You know, like ready to just do some crazy shit with some crazy people. I'm so excited for that. Just meeting new people from around the world. Not just like my travels, but people who are also traveling while I'm traveling. That's always really, really exciting. Last time I was in Europe, I met someone from Brazil. Like it's really, I didn't meet a lot of people last time because I never really put myself out there, but I feel like I'm ready to really put myself out there and to start making new friends and to start building relationships with people. I love that. I love doing that. I love going out of my way for people. I just love making new friends. It's a really, really exciting, exhilarating feeling. And also another thing that I touched on a little bit earlier was the correlation with my career. So because I am a travel agent and I do want to specialize in Europe, like I said, I do want to experience all of those tiny little places that nobody really thinks about, and do things that nobody would really think to do. Supporting small businesses, things like that, small shops, family-owned restaurants is another big thing that I really want to be able to recommend to my clients instead of just eating pizza off the street. Not that the pizza is not great in Croatia. Like, Croatia has some of the best pizza in the world, but I really want to be able, also, like, the restaurants that you see along, like, the strip, that's another thing that I don't like. I feel like they're very touristy and they're very in your face and they come right up to you and ask you to eat there. But I want to be able to tell my clients, like, hey, don't eat here. Go around the corner to this tiny little place. You have to climb a few stairs, but they have the best pasta in Croatia. I don't even remember what city it was in. I want to say maybe Dubrovnik. We climbed a lot of stairs, but we found the best pasta. And they gave you the bread with like the oil and vinegar, and I'd been waiting for that the entire time we were there. So really just like going out of your way to find those little places. That's something that I'm really, really passionate about. One of the reasons why I love my job is because I'm able to recommend those kinds of things to them. And that's something that I really like. I really want that to be my touch. I want to be able to tell them, like, hey, I spent 2 years in Europe. I spent 4 years in Europe. And I can tell you exactly where to go, where you can get the best deals, where you can get the best food, where you can get the best souvenirs, like things like that. Like just the little things, the really small mom and pop shops. When I was in Croatia, I bought like this scarf from an older lady on the side of the street, and it made her day. Like, it was just, I've never seen someone so happy. It feels so good to be able to do that. And so I feel like everybody wins in that situation, because I feel really good about recommending something that's a little bit smaller and out of the way. And I get to help them by bringing them business. And I also get to help my clients by recommending something that is an amazing experience that they never would have found on their own. So, yeah, that was a really refreshing video. That was really, really fun to talk about. I feel so full of passion and energy and excitement, and I'm so glad that you're here and that I'm sharing this with you. I can't wait to share the rest of it with you. I say this every week, but I'm so excited. And the closer we get to the end of the year, the closer I get to fulfilling my journey. And I can't wait. I feel like I've been waiting my entire life for something like this. And I'm going to document the entire thing, because when I'm 80 and on my deathbed, I want to be able to show my grandkids, like, listen, this is what you got to do with your life. I was almost 30 and I wish I hadn't waited that long, but I'm so glad that I did it while I still could. And also I want to be able to look back at all the memories that I make, and thinking about all of the memories that I'm going to make in the future just has me so pumped on life. like, I can't think about anything else. It has me so excited. I'm so excited about life and about the future. And yeah, I'm really glad that you're here. And I'm really glad that you want to hear it and that you're joining me on this journey, because I'm so passionate about it and it makes me so happy and it makes me so excited to share it with you. So yeah, I hope you stick around. I hope you get comfortable. Yeah, and enjoy the flight, and I'll see you next week. Bye.